Contesting in the race for having total air dominance are the three major superpowers of the world: the United States, Russia, and China. As these nations are constantly looking to beat the other, major strides in technological advancements are being made in the aerospace industry. And with the advent of the 6th-generation stealth fighter jets, the 5th-generation jets are already considered to be obsolete. The major point of contention with these three superpowers now is who will manufacture the best 6th-generation stealth fighter jet. Russia has been developing its own stealth fighter jet for quite a while now. The Sukhoi Su-57 was first announced back in 2002. Since then, it has faced many delays and problems, but the program has persevered, and now the stealth fighter is reportedly near completion. The first maiden flight for the Su-57 was made in 2011, and it will be ready to officially join the arsenal of the Russian force in the next year. It is intended to replace the 5th-generation planes, MiG-29s and Su-27s, presently in operation in the Russian Air Force. If the reports surfacing about the capabilities of the Su-57 are to be believed, then it will surely be a worthy contender to take on the F-35s and F-22s of the United States Army, which currently makes the country the undisputed kings of aerial combat and reconnaissance. Why is the Su-57 a threat to the F-22 and F-35? The Sukhoi jet is by all means a formidable stealth fighter jet. According to news reports, it will be powered by two AL-41F1 high-performance engines. One of the major problems that this aircraft faced in its development phase was that engine. The amount of time and effort put in by Russian engineers to solve this issue has definitely paid off, as the AL-41F1 has proven to be competent and reliable. The frame of the Su-57 is based on the experimental T-50 prototypes, which means that Su-57 has a full range of stealth capabilities. Even the AL-41F1 engines are a variant of the 117S, which also indicates that it is stealth compatible. The plan seems to be that once the Su-57 enters service, further research and development will be put into the engine, and it will eventually be upgraded to give the Su-57 the improved capabilities of range, light altitude, and super cruise speed. The new version will also give the plane a 40,000-pound thrust that will be an upgrade from the existing engine. That means the agility of the plane will be greatly enhanced. The plane will also be capable of reaching Mach 2, and it will be able to cruise at 1,120 miles per hour. To accommodate these extreme speeds, the aircraft is able to carry over 9 G of force. The core component of the Su-57 is its stealth capabilities, and thankfully, in that, it does not disappoint. It incorporates both radar-absorbing material and onboard counter systems. The frame of the aircraft is also specifically designed to minimize its radar signature. The engines can reach supersonic speed without leaving behind a significant afterburn, which can be easily picked up by radars. The reconnaissance capabilities are no joke as well. The advanced active-phased radar array system will be fitted into the plane to give it both side-scanning and forward-looking abilities. The Su-57 will have the ability to track and engage multiple targets simultaneously due to its advanced radar system. It will have the ability to open fire on both ground-based and air-based targets. The cockpit of the Su-57 is designed in a way that gives the pilot maximum visibility and the ability to read all the digital inputs from its various sensors easily. The firepower capability of the Su-57 is also very impressive. Although it is shrouded in secrecy, some rumors indicate that the specialized weapons that will be used exclusively in the Su-57 are in development. What we know for certain is that the stealth fighter jet will feature two of the 30mm GSH-301 series cannons. The plane will have 6 internal and external hardpoints. The aircraft will support the extensive arsenal of missiles that the Russian military possesses, such as the Kh-35E, an anti-ship missile, as well as the R-77, RVVMD, an air-to-surface missile, the Ku-58U SHKE, an anti-radiation missile, and the Kh-38ME, which is another air-to-surface missile. In the early years of its service, the Su-57 would likely be outfitted with existing missile technology until the rumored specialized weapons are produced. However, recent trends and occurrences have seen the future of air combat leaning towards combat aircraft. The success that the US has had on the modern-day battlefield with drones is undeniable, and other superpowers of the world are also gravitating towards drones and unmanned aircraft. There are quite a few significant advantages of utilizing unmanned aircraft machines to fight for you. The obvious benefit is that countless lives can be saved through this. The second advantage is that unmanned aircraft will push the envelope of what we consider possible and normal. When a pilot is flying a fighter jet, the maneuvers and situations the plane can handle are limited by the capabilities of the pilot. One huge factor is the physical limitations of the conditions that the human body can handle under stress. When we eliminate this oh-so-limiting human factor, suddenly anything is possible. If this turns out to be true, then the scope of what can be achieved with these fighter jets will expand exponentially. This aircraft will then be able to do what is not humanly possible. They would be able to move and engage targets with precision and perform reconnaissance missions that were previously impossible and without putting any friendly lives at risk. If Russia succeeds in this effort of creating planes that are piloted remotely and use artificial intelligence, then it would be at a significant advantage over the competition. First reported by a Chinese news agency, Sohu, the Su-57 apparently has the ability of unmanned flight and AI combat. If these reports are true, then Russia has made a major breakthrough in the world of aerial combat. For a better understanding of the implications of this technology, if the plane is being piloted remotely, it will be able to withstand 15 G of force, which is to this day unprecedented. It will allow the plane to move with greater agility and allow it to perform maneuvers that are not possible with a human pilot inside because of the impact of G-force. Speculations are that Russia is actually working towards developing a whole army of autonomous machines. The idea is to replace soldiers and pilots with these machines in the near future. This might sound like a far-fetched idea, but if the reports are to be believed, then it might be closer to reality than we think. Last year, Russia developed its first strike drone and named it S-70. It was intended to be used in conjunction with the Su-57. If the stealth fighter manages to fly unmanned and has the ability to control the S-70 drones with the help of the AI flight, it will create a deadly and fearsome combo. The idea is that while the Su-57 deals with targets in the sky, the S-70 will be used to clear out any threats on the ground. There are reports of autonomous robots that the Russian military has created that are already capable of taking the battlefield if needed. The Fedor is an example of Russia's plan to create an army of robots. In addition to that, the Russian army is also developing an army of unmanned tanks. A smaller unmanned vehicle like this is already in active service for the Russian military. It has 3 modes: transport, surveillance, and combat. And this means that it can do a variety of missions without putting any friendly lives at risk as well. The Uran 9 and Uran 6 are examples of unmanned vehicles that Russia has developed. Both these vehicles are battle support vehicles that are capable of destroying military outposts and tanks. The Vikhr is an autonomous tank that the Russian military has developed. It is mainly a reconnaissance vehicle, but it has sufficient firepower to take out tanks and even aerial targets. It is also amphibious, which means that it can perform on all sorts of terrains without encountering a hindering problem. The Su-57 has a lot of promise, and with the ability of autonomous flight being touted, it just might help the nation take the crown in sky combat from the US. The advancement that is being made in the field of stealth fighter jets is revolutionary, and it is all thanks to healthy, cutthroat competition. We will have to wait and see if all these rumors about the Su-57 fighter jet's abilities turn out to be true or not. One thing is for sure though, with all the superpowers of the world in this heated race to best each other in combat aircraft, we will see some stunning feats of engineering in the coming years. The incorporation of AI in combat will play a huge part in determining who ends up coming out on top. Let us know in the comments section below what you think about this country's promised fighter jet and their prospects in winning this race among the giants.